Solid Hill, TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. Hey. Wild card bar. Wild card mar, I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar, I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar, I.O.W. late night sports. Wild card mar, wild card mar, I.O.W. late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is happening? What is happening? It's your boy Wild Card Mar in the building. And of course, if you see my face, then you see his face. That's my co-host, the one, the only big homie from NJ MJ. How you doing today, my boy? I know you're feeling pumped.
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right.
Just in case, like, okay, MJ, he's being modest right now. He's being modest. Oh, I'm doing all right. No, but he's really deep down inside turning backwards because he's going to come on here and be like, I told you so about UCONN. I know. Okay, MJ. Okay, MJ. You were right. You were right, my dog. You was right. You was right. We'll get into that a little bit more in depth. As you know, Men's National Basketball Championship in NCAA just ended. We wanted to give it its just due and go live pretty much following the game. So pardon the late start for episode 290 of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition. We just wanted to, have full, attention on the game, so that we could talk about it properly, and we wanted y'all full attention. Y'all was gonna be distracted by the national championship game. How the hell y'all was gonna listen to us? Come on. So look, we did that for beneficial for both parties, the NCAA and I.O.W. Sports. Because if we went live, we probably would have took all the viewers, right? And so
it.
We would have
like,
took all the.
Oh shit, they live.
Like,
we jump on there.
So we'll definitely talk about the national championship game. Obviously, we want to talk about a couple other topics as well. Anthony Rendon got suspended. We'll show you the reason why he got suspended, and I think there's more in depth that it needs to get discussed about that whole situation. So we'll definitely, yeah, we'll definitely chop up, have a nice little healthy conversation about that. Hey, there's a $21 billion deal going down as UFC and WWE. WWE coming off WrestleMania 39 over this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, me being a wrestling head, I was tuned in to the event. But hey, WrestleMania is in the books, and then it gets followed with a big news that they're gonna have a merger as a company. We'll talk about that 21 billion with a B, $21 billion deal. Merger and what does that mean for sports and entertainment? And we'll talk about the ramifications of this merger, very lucrative merger, might I add. But as always, we got top plays, and if you paid attention to today's show on I.O.W Sports, our 4 o'clock show. We gave homage to Major League Baseball and making sure that they get their viewers and how to captivate people's imagination, I should say. And I love Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not a big fan of her music. It's not her fault. She's just part of this new generation of rap that I just can't get with. I'm not going to hold her to that, but I will say
music sucks.
Making her, I will say that he did a masterful job. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm not gonna hate on the music. She getting her money. I get her bags. It's all good. But God definitely took her time. Took his time making that.
No, but I don't know why for the music, but hey, other people enjoy it.
Hey, it is what it is. But
I
did
just
enjoy
watch.
it. Hey, I'm pretty sure we all enjoyed her first pitch. And, as our wild card top play of the night, not so much sports tonight besides the national championship, but I gotta pay homage. All right, because here we have a great job by Major League Baseball and making sure that they keep people captivated.
Shout out to the cameraman now.
Hey, yes, shout out to the cameraman now. Wild card mark, top play.
Cheers to you now, cameraman.
Cheers.
Jimmy, please deliver the pitch.
Yes, top player tonight. Thank you. And that young lady, I never heard of her till tonight. Her name is Demi Bagby. So DEMI Bagby, BAGBY. Never heard of her. I don't know how this came across, but I'm glad I came across it because here we have another top play of the night with another great first pitch. But Major League Baseball doing their thing.
You want viewership back?
Keep doing that.
Tell them more. Tell them.
Hey, say what you want, but I didn't see two great first throw pitches out here in Major League Baseball within 5 days. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion and Demi Bagby. You keep doing that, MLB. You'll be taking over number one spot in viewership in a heartbeat. I can guarantee you that. Anyway, before we get too deep off into everything, I didn't got so excited about top plays and everything else. Y'all know the deal. That was my guy, 40 Water, with the intro going over the Hitchhikers on YouTube. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. And of course, while you're over there, Go show us some love. I.O.W Sports Network on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. Chop it up with me personally, Casey Wildcard Mar on Twitter, Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram. Big shout out to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel, simulcasting the I.O.W Sports Late Night Owl show on that YouTube channel. And if you happen to be watching over there, please just give us a like, share, and subscribe on our I.O.W Sports Network YouTube channel as well. Hey man, speaking of viewership, you know, I can watch Demi Bagby and Megan Thee Stallion do first pitches all day. You know, I don't even care if they get it even close to the plate. Just be out there.
What's the matter? You don't want to watch 50 Cent throw it, that way?
I'm good on that.
Throw it that way?
I'm good on that. First of all, Curtis Jackson, probably one of the most horrific first pitches ever thrown out in Major League Baseball history. Yeah, Curtis, I'm gonna need you to practice a little bit harder. If you ever get the chance to throw out a first pitch before, because that shit was embarrassing.
Bro, even if you don't throw like a straight line drive, just
I know that, at least get it somewhere in the area of the catcher. You know what I'm saying? Get it in the vicinity.
Dude,
know.
The thing is, like, he tried to wind up too. He winded with the left, and then he like when he threw, like, his arm like went to the side, and the ball just went like it went to the fucking like dugout or something.
It was bad, dog. It was bad.
I mean, I've been, and I played so many baseball games, been to so many, and I have never seen a first pitch like that by anybody.
No, it was terrible, bro.
Anybody.
It was terrible. But no. One thing I did saw, like I said, speaking of viewership, so the women's national championship game, 9.9 million views.
Say that again.
9.9 million views for that women's national championship game. And just to break down, shout out to my man Jay Jones, posted this in the I.O.W Sports page. This is the most highest rated game of any women's college basketball game ever. It was a higher rating than any Major League Soccer game ever. Higher rating than any Stanley Cup game since 1973.
Keep going.
It was higher than the 2023 Orange Bowl, higher than the 2023 Sugar Bowl. Not one game of 2023 or the 2022-2023 NFL season Thursday night game, Thursday night football. Not one of those Thursday night football games had a higher rating than that 9.9 million viewership for the ladies of LSU versus Iowa. It was higher than the 2021 NBA Finals, higher than the 2020 World Series. The ratings were higher than the finale of Last of Us on HBO. It was higher than most recent Major League Baseball, most recent NBA, most recent NFL All-Star game. So the Pro Bowl, the Major League Baseball All-Star game, and the most recent NBA All-Star game ain't even get the viewership of this 9.9 million viewership that the ladies brought. So bravo, ladies. That's what you need, situations like this. You need matchups like this. You need content like this, ladies, to do what you did yesterday. You brought in.
You know what they needed and what they got?
Yeah.
Star power.
Star power.
You had Angela Reese and you had Caitlin Clark.
Man, and
stars.
Star power. Not only did you have star power, but this is what I'm talking about, ladies. You can make a difference. People can watch your content. Let's not act like that people aren't watching the content, because MJ can attest to this. I.O.W Sports, we give women love about their sports abilities here. I've heard the Man Cave Sports podcast with Jay Jones. G Money, Soul Man, and myself. They talked about women's sports on their show. Man Down Sports. We talking. Look, just because it's not getting that national publicity, there are people that are talking about your content and love your content, ladies. We've always been a fan of y'all. But
I've been a fan. I've been a fan of y'all since as long as I can remember.
Yeah. Thank you.
When I felt that little, the little nutsack underneath, yeah.
Shit, I've been a fan of WNBA in your inaugural season.
I ain't talking about WNBA. I'm talking about females in general. I've been a fan of females as long as I can remember.
Sir. I'm right there with you, but that's not what I'm talking about as a support, sir. This is a sports show, all right? This ain't
all right. We go sports. I go back to like Rebecca Lobo type days. And,
hey, those are OG days.
Yeah, the Lisa Leslie's of the world and the
Cheryl Swoops. I mean, Cynthia Cooper. Dawn Staley. Speaking of women's college basketball, I remember Dawn Staley when you was down here in Charlotte, part of the Charlotte Sting. I remember that. I remember all that.
Cynthia Cooper.
Cynthia Cooper was a baller, bro. Baller.
That girl can play some ball.
Cheryl Swoops, like you said, Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, Sue Bird.
Diana Taurasi.
Yeah,
even though she's still, still relevant.
Yeah, she's still balling. She's still balling. Shit, I remember Becky Hammond back in the days when she was a baller. Yeah.
Becky Hammond was on New York Liberty.
Yeah, I mean, you could, we could take it back about some hoopers, man. So, but Candace Parker, doing what she's been doing. Maya Moore when she was dominating in UConn. Shamika Holsclaw when she was
and on the sidebar, Maya Moore, man, the talent that woman had, and to walk away. I appreciate why she walked away. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate what she walked away for it, but just to walk away from what she was on the court, that's big.
That girl,
yeah.
You talk about talent. You want to talk about talent?
No, I feel you.
My
I feel you.
God.
I feel you. But to my bigger point of why I wanted to bring up that 9.9 million views. See this. You got the views, and like we said earlier on the 4 o'clock show, I had no problem with the trash talking. Just I can't stand when the media drops that little seed of divisiveness and make some story out of nothing to take and divide us. I hate it, absolutely hate it, because you take away the power of that 9.9 million views. You're trying to take away the light from that, and I want to put the light back on it. So congratulations.
Basically, they take away all credibility of that game. How fantastic that, not even just that game, the whole women's tournament was unbelievable.
It was
unbelievable to watch.
It was unbelievable to watch.
Like you said, the media, they want this, me versus you.
Yeah. At
all times. For whatever fucking reason, whatever their agenda is bullshit.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Stop. Just God, just stop with this shit, man. You wish that this, this type of you wish this type of talk and environment and I don't even know what the fucking word I'm looking for. Like, you wish this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Let the girls ball out, let the guys ball out, let everybody ball out. Stop looking at fucking skin color and stop, trying to make everything into a racial war.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we all just be human fucking beings, no matter if you're, white, Asian, black, Puerto Rican, Spanish, Mexican? It shouldn't fucking matter.
What up, Smitty?
I don't know about that.
Smitty.
I don't
Good
know
luck.
you, Smitty, but good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. That's all I say.
Good luck,
Good luck.
because you know, there's a girl from Iowa that will pull up from fucking your driveway
Yeah,
and hit the shot.
because she's nasty with it. Caitlin Clark nasty. Angel Reese is nasty. Shout out to Iowa. Shout out to
Dude,
LSU.
Dude, Angel Reese will hit him with a fucking elbow in his mouth, and he would have no idea what he's talking about. That's
Hey,
a foul. No, it ain't street ball, bitch.
No blood, no foul. Hey, hey, shout out to all women that was in that tournament, man, because y'all all contributed to it, like MJ said, to a fantastic tournament, and it culminated in a 9.9 million viewership, and that's
hey, listen,
phenomenal.
if you didn't tune in, you fucked up.
Yeah,
you missed out, man. You really did.
yeah, you missed out. You missed out. Not for real. I thought it was. So I ain't even gonna cap, man. It was great to see. So moving on. Obviously, because one of our bigger topics we're going to talk about, because and the reason why we, like I said, had to delay on the start of the show is because it was a men's national championship game today, and San Diego State look to make some noise, get their first national championship title in basketball over a team, or should I say a program that's been there on a regular basis.
Tell him, Lamar. Tell him, Lamar.
Hey, UConn is synonymous with championships when it comes to men's basketball, men and women. Men and women. Men and women. And UConn did what they did the whole tournament. They came out and steamrolled.
Everybody.
Road.
As a 4th seed, so you can't even say they were the number 1 seed. They had an easy ride. No, they was a 4th seed, and they knocked down everybody that was put ahead of them.
Hey, one no easy ride. First of all, like I said, you literally have to be a fan of UConn or have to been watching them on a personal basis to really be bold and say, hey man, they're gonna win the national championship, or at least make it to this far.
Or you could just listen to the prophet over here.
The prophet MJ.
I've been calling some pretty good pretty good finales lately, over the last couple months.
Yeah, hey, I give credit when credit is due. MJ certainly has been banging the UConn Huskies drum for a few weeks on the show, and you got to make sure you tune in to keep them accountable. But I keep homie honest. He's been on the UConn train for a minute now, and
I'm not even a UConn fan.
I know that's what's the crazy thing, because I for sure thought that you would be like, man, my Wildcats gonna do it, and you didn't even utter that, bro. I don't even think
I mean, I try to keep it as real as possible. Like, I'm a diehard Yankee fan, diehard Giant fan, Arizona, Florida football, shit like that. But when the product is in front of you, you can't be. You have to put your fandom aside.
Oh, of course.
And look at the product, what you see.
Oh, okay. Course.
Year in, year out, I had this argument with friends about the Yankees. Oh, you expect the Yankees to win every year. Yes, I do.
As a fan, you do. As a fan.
But hear me out. Why?
Yeah.
It's not that I expect them to, win the World Series every year, but the money that you invest in your team.
Yeah.
You expect a winning product when you put that much money and effort, into building your squad. So you would want your team to win every year. Like, if you're not a fan, like, why don't you root for your team to win every year?
Yeah.
So when me being a Yankee fan since I was a little kid, when they were terrible, so just so everybody knows, I watched the Yankees in the 80s when they were fucking shit, just so you know. Before their dynasty, they were terrible in the 80s. Go look it up. Anyway, oh God, I forgot my train of thought because I was rolling. What was I talking about,
bro?
What was I talking about?
Nah, you was talking about, being down with your team, man. And you lost your train of thought.
Oh yeah,
quick.
no, yeah, that's some of the issues I've been having.
Yeah, no, I need some of that weed, bro.
No, I'm not talking about weed. This is some of the issues I've been having lately.
Yeah.
Between me, you know what I mean? Like up here, like I forget a lot of shit lately. In mid conversation, I forget. So excuse me if I ask you what we were talking about. It's not that I'm not listening. That's what's been happening to me lately.
Nah, you good, bro.
I've been completely blanking out. But yeah, if you root for your team and you follow your team and you watch your team, you know what they're capable of or not capable of.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Now, I'll start with the Yankees. When you have almost a $200 million payroll every year, you expect a winning product.
Yeah.
And that's not being, like an arrogant Yankee fan. I'm just saying, when you invest that much money, when your payroll is up at the top 5 every year, you expect some type of winning culture.
Oh, of course.
Point blank.
It's called return on investment. You want the return.
Exactly. So when you're a small market team and your payroll is only like 42 million, like the Oakland A's, do you really expect them? And their payroll is probably even less than that. It's probably like in the 20s. That's how bad it is. But you don't expect a team like that to do damage. But when you root for a team that constantly is investing in your team and trying to tinker every year to try to make it better, you expect a winning product to be out on the field, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, hockey, soccer, whatever it is. When you spend that much money to put them on the diamond, you expect to win.
No doubt.
But personally, I'm not saying I expect them to win a World Series every year. I just want to compete and be relevant come October and have that chance
to be in the conversation of winning it. Yeah.
Yep.
I got you. But and trust me, when you and just let a little secret out. Like when we do this podcast stuff, we have to take our bias and put it to the side because we want y'all to take our takes, with some credibility. We want we want you to watch our show for our sports acumen, but we blend our fandom into it. But when it comes to actually making a take, it's kind of like training your mind to, not be so biased and actually make a real sport, analytical take with stuff that makes sense. It has to be something that, you can really get behind because I mean that's just and that's just one thing that to tie this back into the game tonight. It's literally probably one of those us versus the world type of mentalities that UConn was playing with this whole tournament, and they beat down everybody. They beat down literally everybody by double digits. Go look it up. Go look at the.
You ain't lying. Every single game was double digit win.
Yeah, it's a double digit win. UConn and because I play sports, you play sports. I'm pretty sure we've all been in those moments where you're like, yo, don't nobody believe in this. Don't nobody think we gonna do it. They even laughing at us. They like, how the hell you even get a 4 seed? How the hell you even relevant again? Y'all just think y'all just relevant because y'all got UConn on the front of your chest. But in that locker room, I'm willing to bet you $1 million that I don't have to. They were sitting in that locker room looking at each other like, yo, don't nobody believe in this. Let's go shock the world. And that's, game after game after game from middle of March to now, first week in April, they dominated.
And I can also guarantee you in that locker room, they're not sitting there saying, you know what? We're fucking UConn. Like, who are they?
Yeah.
That ain't the conversation either.
No.
It's like, listen, let's get out there. We got 40 minutes to play some ball. Let's go win a national title.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
LFG. And
Excuse my language, but let's go.
Yeah, it was straight for real. It was straight LFG moment. The moment that this tournament started for UConn, and they was a buzzsaw, and I don't care what you say. That guy that they got in the paint. Oh my God.
And the thing is, Lamar, like they weren't a buzzsaw all year.
No,
they were a pretty good team all year.
Yeah, they were solid.
They hung around. They hung around at the top 25. They were, like I said, they were a pretty good team. They weren't a championship team, but they were a pretty good team this year. That's why they had the 4th seed. Because it's not that their record reflected it.
Yeah,
that's where they put themselves. They put themselves in position to be a top 16 team.
I can agree with you on that. They definitely did.
But once you hit that tournament, bro, and
it's all game.
You know what I mean? When things start clicking, all it takes that first game, like, all right, we got that out the way. All right, let's go. We're in the round of 32.
Hey,
let's go, boys.
It's funny you say that, MJ, because here's my thing about the national, March Madness tournament for both the men's and the women's. Once you make the tournament, you equal.
That's it. Yeah.
You are equal. I look, and I don't mean that in the literal sense. Obviously, we know when you're a 1 seed, you're more than likely you're better than the 16 seed. I get that, but
you sure about that?
But I'm saying, I'm just saying. I mean, we of course we're seeing some 16 seeds starting to knock off some 1 seeds. So, but my thing is when you come into a tournament like this where you don't have to be the better team all season than your opponent. You just have to be the better team that day.
Yep.
That's it. You just got to be the better team that day. And
for 40 minutes plus, you just need to be the better team
that day. And so when you get tournaments like this, to me, it you all have the same opportunity to end up like UConn did. Who like MJ was saying, because especially in that region, you hear about UConn all the time. Well, nobody really talking about. But come on, Jordan Hawkins, that guard, ball it. And the most important player of the tournament, which he was awarded deservedly so, Adama Sanogo. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but there was a play tonight in the second half where San Diego State dude tried to body up on him. And he didn't move, bro. He was like a brick wall. I'm talking about literally killed homeboy's momentum, and his shot came up short because all his momentum got killed because he ran into Sanogo. And Sanogo didn't move, bro. He was a brick wall. You talking about a dude that can do that, play actual defense. Hands was up, and homeboy did a spin and tried to run into him, and he knocked his own ass back. Sanogo didn't move. When you got a player like that can set the tone in the paint like that, defensive-wise, he's blocking shots, rebounding like hell. You're not going to out-rebound him.
Nope.
Bro.
You know what? You know why he didn't move in the paint? Because in the offseason, he pumps gas at his family's business.
Yeah, man.
And he's tempted robbery numerous times, and he just,
hey, man.
Because his family owns it. How many Sunocos they own?
I don't know, bro.
What was his name? Sanogo?
Yeah, Sanogo.
Yeah, I mean, he was a beast the entire tournament. Not just tonight.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, because he got most outstanding player of the tournament. So I mean, you don't win that from being a slouch. So
and again, if you didn't pay attention to this tournament, and what some of these teams did, you actually saw some really, really good basketball.
Yeah, you saw some dope. You saw some dope basketball.
If you actually sat down and watched a little bit. Like these college kids, I love these tournaments because they leave everything out on the court.
Oh yeah,
they got something to prove. They got something to strive forward to, whether it's the WNBA, the NBA, or this is going to be their last game of their life, and they're going to go on to be an attorney or a doctor, or, whatever have
Yeah.
you.
And I'm curious to see what happens with this UConn team going into, obviously they're going to have to make a decision probably within the next month or so on if they're going to declare for the draft. Because you pretty much got 3 seniors, shit told of freshmen and sophomores, and some few juniors. So let's see the breakdown on what these fellas decide to do for the future, whether they want to declare for the draft, stay for another year. But I tell you what, if they decide this, a majority of this core decides to stay with Dan Hurley, who I mean, I got to give him some credit, bro. Like,
Where's he from?
I'm just saying, like, just don't remember how UConn program was. Jim Calhoun came in, put UConn on the map in the Big East, in the very deep, rich history of the Big East. Then he wins some national championships. He gets ousted. Kevin Ollie comes in, wins the national championship real quick. He gets ousted a few years later. Or, as a matter of fact, a couple of years later.
That was like a scandal. That wasn't for poor performance.
Yeah, but still,
that's some bullshit.
Man, that's even after winning national championship. He gets out. And then, there was a couple of years where UConn was pretty much down in the dumps. I'm not going to say, it wasn't like we were accustomed to seeing UConn in a pretty much, I guess, rebuilding of the program type of situation. And all of a sudden, Dan Hurley comes in, and then poof. Because really, outside of your region, MJ, where you're at, you're going to hear about UConn. Out here, I mean, you got to watch them. And so it's like, it was hard to keep my eyes on UConn, but next thing you know, poof, here they are, and then they're raising up a trophy on Monday night.
Do you know where Dan Hurley's from?
And I'm pretty sure you're going to let us know.
Where do I live?
Oh, he's from Jersey?
He's a Jersey boy.
Oh, really?
His father's a legendary coach here in the state. His father coached a prestigious not Catholic, a prestigious private school here in the States.
Okay.
Where his son is, where Dan went, where Bobby went. And then Bobby's now out in Arizona State, and Dan is now up in UConn. Yeah,
because he's on the roster. I just saw that. Yeah, that's wild. That's pretty dope.
Jersey boys.
Yeah. I mean, but
for all you that don't know, Jersey produces some of the best athletes in the entire fucking world.
Hey, y'all
fact check that.
Out. No, for real, y'all be dishing out some good basketball players and football players. Y'all do. Hey, I ain't gonna cap.
Fuck basketball and football. I'm talking about fucking wrestling. I'm talking about
fucking oh my god,
bro. Don't get me started. That's a whole other topic.
Baseball is Mike Trout's from that area, so I give him that.
Got to represent my hometown real quick.
South River.
South River Wrestling. That's where I grew up. It's not where I live. It's where I grew up. My hometown.
Hey, South River, New Jersey, in the building.
South River, New Jersey, where I grew up.
Hey, but like I said, I'll be curious to see who comes back on this team. And when they come back, obviously, win a national championship, they won't be a quiet underdog no more. That puts you right at the top of the pecking order, and that puts a big target on the back. But hey, overall,
I tell you what, it won't put them at plus 1,700 underdogs for to win the national title.
Oh no. That number.
Can you believe that they were plus 1,700 to win this tournament?
That's wild.
That's crazy. If somebody bet on them, which a lot of people did just to throw money out there.
Yeah,
man, the turnaround on that would be fucking pretty damn good at plus 1,700.
I can't wait to get the Kansas the sports bet, bro. We can't do it out here yet in Cameron. I can't wait to sports bet. Because I'm trying to win some money. Goddamn.
Wait, were you like May 1st? You looking at?
Yeah. So I can't wait.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I cannot wait. The first thing I'm gonna do is download the FanDuel app.
Bro,
that's the first thing I'm gonna do, dog.
Dude, the FanDuel app could be it could be your best friend,
or you could be your enemy at the same time.
Yeah.
I know.
then even when you're just like screwing around looking at things, you're like, oh shit, look at you start looking at different parlays and you're like, oh wow, like okay, I could do this with this. Oh, okay, I think mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
the fucking ballpark. Another ballpark.
Oh shit! I'm telling you, bro. Like I can't. It's gonna be dope as hell. And hey, I mean, but I my thing is I ain't gonna try to sit there and call for all my money. That's the only thing I do know, because that's the only thing I'm scared of is I'm gonna be one of them type of bettors where if I hit big one time, I'm gonna get the itch and think I'm gonna always keep hitting, and I already know that's not how betting works. Like that is not how betting works. So I just don't want to end up in those situations. I'm over here tripping, goddamn acting a fool and shit. Shit, that's what I'm trying to avoid. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Oh, so, I know what you mean.
Hey man, I was about to say like
fucking kudos to anybody that put money down on UConn to win a tournament at plus 1,700. Kudos to you guys. Yeah, because you know that's some steep odds.
Not only that, man. I mean, so who are going to be UConn fans just because of that they that they made them a lot of money. So you know, I will. I mean, I don't know how you don't be happy about that about winning a lot of money. That's just gonna be dope. Anyway, let's move on to one of our next topics because there's one thing that I definitely want to discuss about Anthony Rendon suspension. And for those who don't, it says before you sign up, ask me for a link code, so we both get $50. I got you, Smitty. More money the merrier, right? That's what I'm talking about. But no, for those who don't,
$50, $5,100. You know, the fuck's the difference?
Ain't nothing. Pot change. I need, but
hey, listen, man, you're either a pup or you're a husky. Ain't no other way, right?
Hey, yeah. I mean, I feel you. Hey, I've heard that because I think that's probably one of my biggest problems. Is like I bet scared, and like they say, like you can't bet scared. You got to bet with logic, and you gotta, and if you feel good about your logic about your bet, then you shouldn't be afraid to lose the money.
Listen, scared money don't make money.
Make no money. I know, brother. But to get back to this next topic we want to talk about. So this is the Anthony Rendon situation that happened. Let's take a look.
Well, baseball has returned. The Oakland A's defeated the Los Angeles Angels 2-1 last night, but an incident between an Angels player and A's fan after the game is now under league review. Now, this video surfaced on Twitter after the game. Third baseman of the Angels, Anthony Rendon, confronting an A's fan who Rendon claims was cursing at him during the game. Rendon clearly has a hold of the fan's shirt. The fan denied the comments repeatedly before the third baseman takes a swipe at the fan before they break contact. In a statement, the MLB today said that they were aware of the incident and investigating it. The Angels said they have no comment on the matter. Both the A's and Angels are off tonight. They'll continue their 3-game series in Oakland tomorrow.
I like how the guy said took a swipe at him. What do you mean they took a swipe at him?
So how do you feel about it, MJ? So how do you feel about just that whole situation and the suspension? Just go ahead, man. Give your take on it.
All right, I'll give my take. You know, because I'm from the older generation a little bit. As a paying fan, paying customer, you have your right to boo. You have certain rights to heckle your opponents to a certain degree. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you get personal with somebody, or you start, like really getting under their skin, using foul language and derogatory terms, not saying that you did or you didn't, who the fuck knows, but fans lately really think they have the fucking power. Like, oh, I paid this money to come to this ballpark. I can do and say what I want. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. You could boo me all you want. You have every right to boo me. You have every right to cheer me. When you come at me personally and you start running your mouth, you hide behind the railings and the gate and shit. You want to talk shit, hop over that railing and let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him a 5-game suspension, reduced to a 4. Hey, because the thing is, you don't know what this dude really said to Rendon, because they're saying Rendon said he called him a bitch. Now, if that's all he called you was a bitch, and you reacted like that,
yeah,
you a bitch. Because you're a professional athlete, and you can't take a little heckle being called a bitch. But this had to be going on for 8-9 innings, to him that made him like call this guy out, like all right, okay, you saying, because nobody knows what exactly was said.
Yeah.
And Rendon says he can't even speak on the situation.
Yeah.
And me personally, I would have dragged that motherfucker over the railing. I'll make a suspension.
So you said if I'm gonna get suspended, I'm gonna make it count.
you damn right, man. I sat out all that year. Fuck it. I'll sit down again. I'll collect more money. Well, not because I'll be suspended, but I still collected last year's money because I didn't fucking play. So, hey, I'm comfortable. I'll take a charge. Fuck it. Don't call me a bitch or... Like I said, it had to be more than bitch.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Do I agree with the suspension? Yeah, to a certain degree, because he put his hands on the fan.
Yeah, he did grab him. And
that's even if it was by the shirt,
yeah,
he still grabbed the fan.
He grabbed him. He yoked him. He wrinkled up his joint. He wrinkled up his shirt. And I like your points. I agree with majority of what you said for sure. Because I think the heckling was going on continuously for a good bit of time, and he just got sick of it. And he was like, "All right, I'm gonna find this guy after the game." And my thing is, Anthony Rendon, I get it, but sometimes you being a professional guy, like, going that level, that's what's getting you suspended, and that's what's going to make you miss some game checks. So you probably should have had a cooler head and thought about that part. Instead of grabbing the guy. Now I understand it because I'm old school like Matt. Man, you talk that shit, man. Come on, what's up? You've been going at me.
What the heck was said? His mother is a snowblower that wears fucking combat boots.
Yeah. So
you want to choke motherfucker out. So you grab him by the collar a little bit, like, hey, fuck you think you talking to? That's like the proper warning, like. This motherfucker, you paid $12 for these bleacher seats because no one wants to come see you play.
Yeah.
Probably even cheaper. Yeah, it's probably like $4.
Yeah.
It's
And we mentioned how much it costs to go to a ball game before on the show, and it's not cheap. And I get it. You're paying your hard-earned money to go to these games, and you work for that money, and you spend it on it and to go see them. So pretty much you're supporting their product. That's how they get paid, is having fans in the stands and people watching it. I get that part, but it does not give you the right to, verbally just keep throwing whatever came out of his mouth. Because like you said, amazing how all these mics in the stadium, nothing picked up or there's nothing said about what was actually 100% said. Yeah. So only Anthony Rendon can really say, it's going to be his word versus the fans' word. And it's because we're seeing this too often. We've seen it in NBA, we've seen it in NFL. Now we're seeing it in baseball.
Much more often. Much more.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing it way too much on a regular basis. And I don't know. I don't know the true right answer. Maybe we need to have stiffer punishments for unruly conduct or bad behavior. And look, we're all fans. We've all been to live games. Like I've heckled, but I'm not going to a degree where I'm saying some words where this guy feels like I'm personally attacking him, because at the end of the day, they're still humans that are playing this game to entertain us. They're still human. So they're still going to have reactions like Rendon because they are human. And we can't be surprised that it happens, but we got to make sure that at these stadiums, you got the proper security killing that noise. Like at some point, somebody got to tackle them like, hey, bro, chill out. Because this happened to me before. And I didn't even realize what was going on. Obviously, I was, a couple of beers in, but, a person came over and, hey, man, hey, we know you're enjoying yourself, but, just kind of cool out a little bit and just make sure we ain't saying nothing crazy. And I was like, I got you. So it's like we need more of that to kill all these viral videos going across the internet web of players trying to yoke up damn fans. Because none of these leagues want to see a malice at the palace. Nobody wants to see that. None of these sports entities wants to see a malice at the palace again. They don't want to. Well, I mean, but
when you start your shit, you know what I mean? Like my father always taught me, don't start no shit.
Yeah, won't be no shit.
No, it don't start shit, but make
but you end it. Oh yeah. Because I live by that motto. I'll never be the one to start shit, but I'll make sure that I'll beat them up at the end. So I'm with you on that. But it's just like there also needs to be some decorum by the fans for sure. It needs to be some professionalism by the players. Obviously having emotion.
Accountability, man.
Yes, accountability. I'm with you. Accountability on both parts. And there just needs to be a little bit more care into still respecting these cats like human beings.
They got families too, they got wives or they got husbands and kids and mothers, fathers, shit like that, Some things that a lot of us don't have in life, and they're out there not even knowing these people. Just knowing that they're a professional athlete playing, whether it's basketball, baseball, football, hockey, no matter what it is, they're out there just thinking, okay, I'm a paying fan. I can say what I want.
Ain't not gonna have like that. Nah.
And you call a motherfucker out. A real dude's gonna call you right back out.
Hey,
he ain't gonna take that shit that long.
Nah.
When I talk, he gonna come and tap the glass like you, motherfucker, like me and you.
And let's just remember, folks, like fans, especially to you fans. I'm talking to fans when you go to the live events. Just remember, you got a job because you had to do something to pay for that ticket. You don't want nobody coming to your job over there heckling you. You work in the drive-through at Wendy's. I know it happens, but you don't want nobody belligerently heckling you for a ridiculous amount of time, at that point, I'm pretty sure you would feel like that's personal. Like you don't want nobody coming to your Wall Street job and coming into your little executive office heckling you. You know, you don't want nobody coming into your kitchen heckling you, or you don't want nobody, whatever you do, belligerently, rah, 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 rah. Like that becomes personal at the time.
Yeah, listen, man. If you don't want to smoke, don't carry the lighter.
Hey, drop it. Hand me the lighter because I need something to smoke my. So look, do better, people. Do better. Like you gotta have accountability on your end as fans, as human beings, to stop, and know when the line is too far. As the suspension goes, look, MLB they're gonna do what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna protect their fans because they know that's where the money comes from. So that's an automatic suspension. Appeal it. You got to reduce to one game. So now you're at 4. Hey, just take it, man. Keep it moving. You'll miss 4 game checks. Like MJ said, you ain't hurting for money. You've been sitting on the injury list for a uber amount of time in Anaheim and haven't really gave them a return on investment. So you ain't hurting too bad, bro.
Making 20. He signed like 7 years.
Yeah, it's like 100 plus.
Yeah, dude, no, way more than 100 plus.
Nah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Dude make like 27 a year, maybe even more.
Hey, take your 4 games. Go play the latest PlayStation 5 games. Go get you some woo woo. Maybe have a couple of drinks. That's
what your ass money to
yeah. Like move on. Speaking of wipe your ass money, big news. Merger. So check this out.
As we previously reported, it is now official. Endeavor announcing WWE and UFC will combine to form a $21 billion global live sports and entertainment company. Ari Emanuel will be the new company's CEO, while Vince McMahon will be the executive chairman. Under the terms of the deal, existing WWE shareholders will roll all existing equity into the new company. That newly public company will be 51% owned by Endeavor and listed on the NYSE. Scott Wapner has an exclusive interview coming up with Ari Emanuel and Vince McMahon. That's coming up at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time.
Man, so that's big news. This is a 21, hear me, 21 billion with a B, $21 billion dollar deal. And as you saw there, Endeavor, the name of the company that is acquiring WWE and making it a merger with UFC, $21 billion, man. That is definitely wipe your ass money.
How many zeros? This many?
Boy, that's big money. The new company will be led by Ari Emanuel as CEO. And of course, Vince McMahon, who's always been the chairman and founder of WWE, he'll be executive chairman of this new sports entertainment company. So he won't be the ultimate boss, the final boss, but he still has a very, very high-ranking position with this new company. So Dana White will remain president of UFC. Nick Khan, he'll be WWE president. UFC was estimated at 12.1 billion, and WWE was estimated at 9.3 billion. This is to me, this is a huge merger because you look at these two sports entities that are, pretty wealthy at 9.3 and 12.1. Obviously, they're not NFL, but you also look at how UFC has already got Disney money. They're part of the ESPN Plus app, where the only way you can pretty much watch their pay-per-views is through them. Eventually, There's going to probably be some partnership with NBC because WWE has their contract with the Peacock app. So at some point you'll see some type of partnership or deal that content can be shared with ESPN and Disney. Pretty much Disney owning. I mean, y'all know how Disney is. Disney is pretty much the string puller of all entertainment as you see it today. So to me, this is
when you got Disney money,
yeah,
you good.
Yeah.
You good.
Hey, once you start making the Disney money, yeah, you better be in another tax bracket.
You straight.
Oh yeah, you good. So you also you'll probably see more coverage because ESPN, especially, who is already owned by Disney, they were pretty much all in on a lot of the WrestleMania coverage. The last 2 days, having like at least 5-6 minute segments covering WWE, and they've already been covering UFC. So that's another huge media outlet that's going to be combined with this Endeavor merger. So that's big. There's going to be a lot of publicity towards UFC and WWE. How? But now, so this is my true question. How is this really going to affect the actual area of entertainment and sports? Like,
how's it gonna affect the product?
yeah, and that's pretty much where I'm getting at. Like, is UFC, are you going to start like, just going to be a different version of WWE, just in a more MMA type of realm? Like, what does this entail? Like, what exactly are we getting?
Let's get the elephant out the room.
Yeah.
Are you going to be fixing matches in the UFC? Everybody knows, WWE is scripted. Okay, it's scripted.
Yeah, it's scripted.
100% scripted.
Yeah.
Their injuries 100% real.
Yes.
It's scripted, and everybody knows it's scripted.
Yes.
UFC now, you supposed to have two motherfuckers that don't like each other or want to go at each other.
Yeah.
Seriously, are you gonna have them, doing little, kissy, huggy type shit, a couple good punches here and there,
Yeah.
wrestling around, rolling around, fucking each other, like, or you're gonna have two motherfuckers still brawling.
Yeah. Are we going to get pure fights? Are we going to get legitimate fights?
Yeah. Are you
No,
gonna
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Stephanie?
I'm with you.
I
Trust me.
don't see Dana White doing that. I don't see Dana White
I don't
doing
either.
it.
But hey, we've seen boxing. We saw how boxing crumble. Come on, man. Let's not sit here and say that we haven't seen the popularity of boxing crumble because of politics and how because there's betting involved, there's money involved, that there's certain outcomes that people want. Let's not act like that didn't happen, and let's not act like UFC can't be, prone to be taken over in that type of way or influenced in that type of way. We can't act like it can't. I mean, the WWE is scripted. We can't sit here and not, like you said, kill the elephant in the room. I mean, I can't lie to you. I thought that's why we're having this conversation. MJ, you saw where my head was going. I can't sit here and not think that, oh damn, well, this is a merger with WWE. Like, am I still going to get like pure MMA fights? Dudes want to knock the hell out of each other? Or are we doing face versus heel? Or are we doing this storyline? What are we doing? Trust me.
It makes it makes you wonder. Is this strictly business and money motivated?
It seems or like is this a $21 billion deal?
Or is this going to alter how UFC is running, how the WWE is running? Like, Are y'all gonna be copacetic and just keep things how it is? Or now that you merged, you might tinker with some shit and change things up.
Yeah.
UFC, you can't change anything. You're supposed to have mano a mano. That's it. No, listen, man. You're gonna go out there in the third round. You're gonna hit the guy with the left and knock him out.
Now hear me out on this, MJ. Now hear me out on this. I'm cool if UFC adopts somehow WWE operates as in presentation wise, as in how WWE goes above and beyond. Like if anybody saw the stage for WrestleMania, it's ridiculous. The pyro and the music and the entrances. Now if UFC adopts that, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't care if y'all get a stage and have the pyro and got some dances and, got the entrance music and the fighter comes out and they do their thing and just to show showmanship to draw people in. If you do that, I'm okay with that. If you adopt
invest in your product.
Yes, invest in your product as in showmanship and presentation wise and to gather people in viewership wise. If that's all that they do, I'm okay with that. But I'm with you. Leave the actual MMA product part of it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
You can't.
Because
you start really fixing matches in UFC, man. Like, this is being killed.
Hey,
you're gonna kill it. You're gonna pull a fucking Jake and Logan Paul. I'll sign you to this big fucking contract. I'll guarantee you all this money. Don't say shit, but I'm gonna knock you out in the 6th round. I'm gonna hit you and you take a dive.
Hey, because it's funny that you say that because that's where you see the spot of boxing at. You got to rely on YouTubers to put eyes on your sport, which is nonsense. I don't care how serious they take it. You're not a professional boxer. I don't care how good you really think you are. Yeah, there's professional boxers right now to this day that have been boxing since they was kids. And they deserve that spotlight. They deserve that shine. And they deserve to be the ones that have that flag bearer of that sport, not no YouTuber. So UFC, and that's the thing. See, WWE knows how to bring audience in. They had Logan Paul at WrestleMania, matter of fact. They know how to bring.
Did he do like he did like a frog splash on somebody or something like that?
Yeah, he was in the match.
That's what like that.
And that's multiple.
And like I know he wrestled, but I think he did like a frog splash or something like off the top rope or something. Into the
table, into like a little his homeboy in a mascot uniform. So it's like Logan Paul's.
That's like the green fucking thing.
Yeah, because he was promoting his drink, his energy drink, of course, and I'm pretty sure they gave him permission to anyway. So, I mean, it's they all won. All that was money move. All that was a money move. So it's like when you see how WWE operates, and of course, me being a wrestling fan, I know how WWE operates. I know how Vince McMahon thinks. He thinks money. He thinks what can get me the biggest bottom dollar. And it was smart by this merging company to not put him in the highest of ranking seats because the guy, he's a civil suit in waiting. I mean, this guy
he's a civil suit walking in public.
Yeah, he's a civil suit action waiting to happen. I mean, he's been so obviously, I think this merger doesn't happen. McMahon probably demanded that he has a high-ranking seat on his board. I'm pretty sure. to make sure that this merger went through. Otherwise, he wouldn't have agreed to it. Just knowing how he operates, there's no way he was like, "No, I need this position," or the merger don't happen. Because obviously, if it's estimated at 9.3 billion and UFC's at 12.1, so I mean, yes, a $3 billion difference, but Vince McMahon has been doing just fine in how he's gotten WWE to 9.3 billion in 2023. So I think he still would have been fine working deals on his own. So he probably was like, nah, I need that chair.
If you want to invest that much money, with a B, yeah, you want to be, you want to be one of the upper echelon guys in that.
Oh yeah, I don't blame him, but
you definitely at the round table, and you close the head of it.
Yeah, but it's still a risk, though. It's still a risk.
No risk.
Oh no, I got you because like we're saying, if he's a class action civil suit that happened at any moment, man, that you sure you want this guy in on your board in his high ranking seat?
I mean, hey, people might get mad. People might get mad for this. Hey, they voted Joe Biden in office, and he likes to sniff little kids.
Yo,
every person he comes across, he fucking sniffs. But yet they say 84 million people fucking voted for his clown ass.
Hey,
come on,
hey man,
you know what I mean?
hey, your
I'm not
wrong. I'm saying your analogies are wrong. There's been people that's been put in high ranking seats that have been turned out to be very POSs type of people.
Oh,
so
yes.
Oh
yes.
There's just a long list. Oh, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's what I'm saying. I can't disagree with you. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm with you. Let's leave the actual MMA product alone. But I don't care if you adopt some way how to fix your presentation, because Vince McMahon does know what he's doing with this wrestling part. He's the best guy to run it in this merger.
Gotta find a way to promote it. I can't even say like the WWE doesn't promote their product well, but UFC is always in talk. WWE is not in talk like UFC does. They, even though Dana White smacked the shit out of his wife, he's still front face center. When it talks about that type of sport.
Yeah.
Professional wrestling backseat for years.
Yeah.
They had their run. And they know they had their run. UFC took over, really took off with it, and I think Vince and everybody else that's involved in this deal, they know that UFC is taking over.
Yeah,
and their viewership is declining with WWE. They might even be losing money. I would have thought WWE would have been worth more than UFC. You tell me a $3 billion difference? Wow. That shock.
But I think that's why, not to backtrack, but I think Vince McMahon plays a part in why that value is a little bit down. I mean, still 9.3 billion, but still, just because how well he's promoted that company. I mean, literally. This guy, he's been a promoter pretty much his whole life, and in the wrestling business his whole life. So, I mean, this guy, when the book is all said and done, there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to like Vince McMahon when he passes away, and they write his all tell all book is released, and his biography is released, and say what you want. This man is easily the pillar of professional wrestling. Like it or not, there's some things about McMahon I don't care for it, but I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to what he means to professional wrestling. So that's just what it is. It's just the fact. He put professional wrestling in and a broader view to the public than it has ever thought to ever reach before, especially with WrestleMania. That's always been his biggest seeking eye grabber for people outside the wrestling community. I mean, he brings in the Muhammad Ali, he brings in the hell, he just had Lil Uzi Vert. That was a strategic move to bring in eyes of another audience into what professional wrestling is. And he does things like that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Lil Uzi Vert?
Ah, man, see, that's your
the only Lil Uzi Vert I know is. Never mind, off camera.
Yeah. Hey, no. See, that's your old head ass. So you talking like that. Now, Lil Uzi Vert is like one of these new age rappers. He's pretty trendy right now. Got the little, I want to rap, you know.
Is he a mumble rapper? Is he a trap rapper?
Yeah, so some of them, kind of like the little mumble rapper little things. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not. No. But I mean, look, I'm UFC and WWE have kind of like had a slight partnership to begin with anyway. You know, there's a lot of crossover people that
crossovers.
Yeah, like Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez for a second did his thing. So I mean, you've seen that crossover before, but with UFC and WWE.
Ken Shamrock, you had
Ken Shamrock,
Dan
Severn, yep. So I mean, they've always kind of had a slight little, at least, you know, hey, let's help each other out kind of relationship to begin with anyway. So I guess it makes sense on that front because they done worked together before. But I just like we said, keep MMA pure, and just do that for us. You know, you start scripting stuff, we'll be able to tell. We'll be able to tell.
Absolutely. You know, just find a better way to promote, and then you that's cool.
Yeah. I'm good with that. And just keep it at that. But anyway, man, we did a little overtime. It's all right. This is our show. We do what we want. Anyway, y'all know the deal. Y'all going over to all the social media handles right there on the bottom of your screen. I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and most importantly, the YouTube where all the content is at. I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. You want to chop it up with me personally, the Wildcard Mar. Casey Wildcard Mar on Twitter, Wildcard Mar on Facebook and Instagram. Hey, man, shout out to Let's Talk Sports YouTube channel, my man Dan. Shout out to Jay Jones, Team Money, Soul Man, over there at 613 Fade Productions with the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Shout out to Melvin Wall and the crew, Man Down Sports, C3, All MJ, Zoe, Kaz. Hey, man, shout out to my man MJ for MJ. My man,
shout out to the New York Yankees winning again tonight. You don't even want to go there. You know, I don't even talk about that, but it's all good.
Nah, it's all good. Hey, come on, man. We got
we got plenty.
We got plenty of time to talk. I know we got plenty of time
to talk. Whooped up on that Phillies ass today, boy.
Oh man, we got plenty to talk about baseball. But anyway, y'all know the deal. Go follow us on all that social media handles. I'm the Wildcard Mar. That's the homie MJ. Yo, we out. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace and love, y'all. Be safe out there.
Yeah. Come on. Silent Hill TV, yes. Hitchhikers.
Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers load across the scene is dangerous, aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters for my neighbors, resisting human nature. Persistently getting greater, bloodshed's leather terminated. Fire up the green, I need it, increase the dopamine. Feel better, so I kill better, doped up of cocaine. Woman like I never had a home, so I'm all alone. Smoking bone down the chromosomes till the filth is gone. Suffocating under heavy pressure, the